Hello, welcome to the channel. This video is talking about writing. Let's get started. This time, we are talking about the logic of developing an essay. I have received an essay from my student a couple of days ago, and she requests to give some suggestion. And after I read her passage, here are some points that I wonder whether one could develop an essay in a more sophisticated way. Let's take a look. What are they? The topic of the story is a robot, beneficial or harmful to humans. My students have developed a couple of paragraphs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in order to achieve a conclusion. Let's take a look into more details about all these paragraphs. Are they logical, or could they function properly so to persuade the reader to agree the points of view of the writer? Let's take a look. The first paragraph. Technologies are well developed these days, these years, and robots are the most significant evidence. Second, robots ensure the stability of production. And then complicated issues could be solved by robots. On the contrary, the coins of robots if there are pros of them. Work opportunities will decrease rapidly by the replacement of robots. In a more serious situation, self-consciousness of robots could have genocides. Are these paragraphs logical or persuasive to the reader? I would like to illustrate this point of view with some other exam paper that we could find in 2019. These articles are from paper 4. And we can take a look how our author developed their essay, and then we can get some hints about that. Let's take a look. The first one. Apple Screen Time Control. This is the title of the essay. And what do we learn from the topic sentences? Let's take a look how the author established his points of view. First of all, the writer throw out a questions. Are your children always on their phones or iPads? And the second one, provide an answer to the question. Well, the answer may well be Apple's new screen time control. And what's next? The author tried to further elaborate the special app that newly launched by Apple. Let's take a look. Screen Time Control is a new app. First of all, you let the reader know what is Screen Time Control. It's an app. What's the app? The app allows parents to manage the amount of time that children spend on their iPad and iPhone. Then what's next? The author continues to elaborate further about this app. Let's take a look. Screen Time Control also has a feature called downtime. This special feature further elaborate what screen time control could do. What's happened if children spend more than they are limited to? Let's take a look. With Apple's screen time control, apps run past the time limit, the icons go dark, and apps simply don't work. So you can tell, step by step, the author define what is screen time control. And also, it further elaborate a detailed information about screen time control. What is it, and why is it functional for parents to control the time limit that a child can use on their iPhones and iPad, and then further elaborate, when the time limit is over. So, what happens to the app control? And then, what's next? Now, Apple already has parental control for blocking certain movies, adult websites, or broadcasts with explicit language. However, to the Apple's point of view, it is a better one. Apple's screen time control is a better one instead of parental controls. However, does the author agree to this point, you can take a look at the last paragraph and know what exactly the author think. I would always recommend that it is best for families to have serious conversations about screen time. This is the conclusion of the author. He illustrates it's the best to communicate rather than using app to control what a child could do or what a child couldn't do. Then, if we use the same logic, how to develop our essay, how to help our student to develop his or her essays. Let's take a look. My suggestion, very beginning, define what kinds of robot you're gonna discuss. Using robots in the modern world is common nowadays. First of all, you have to tell the reader what kinds of robot you're gonna talk about and where the robot will be using. You can tell the reader a little bit further which area you're gonna discuss. First of all, you may discuss robot using in productions, in family, and for personal use. Let's take a look. The second paragraph. Benefits of using robots in manufacturing. Using robot in car production, for example, could improve not only the effectiveness, but also ensuring the quality of the car. And then robots in domestic areas. Many families own some small robots for domestic cleaning, and then further, using robot at personal level. A robot that everyone owns to use for learning and amusement is your smartphone or pad. By narrowing down the area that you discuss about using robot, you let your reader follow your logic in a more easier way. And also, it is time for the writer to talk about the other side of using robot. Let's take a look. You can further illustrate the counterside of using robot like, well, many people believe that invention of robot improves our lives. Some people believe something very opposite. At the end of the essay, it is time for us to illustrate our own points of view. Conclusion, every invention could be beneficial or could be harmful. It depends on how one uses it. Alright, that's all for today. Like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you next time. Goodbye.